Greentopia.
Coming up, the film festival starting March 17th. Joining us now, Debra Rhoten and Linda Moroney, telling us about the Greentopia Film Festival. There's always been a film element to the Greentopia Festival, but a different time of year.
Right.
We moved to the spring this year. We had traditionally been in the fall, but this year we are in the spring, and we are a 5-day nonfiction or documentary film festival.
So the films this year, I mean, is there a theme to them? Obviously, they probably have a bend to sustainability, tackling that issue in them, or are you sort of or is it a mix this year?
I would say that we interpret sustainability about as broadly as you can.
Okay.
So from the individual spirit all the way out to the planet. But it's interesting that each year there's sort of themes that run through the film. So we have one that's a Monk with a Camera about a spiritual journey. We have Beginning with the End, which takes you on the journey of people's last days of life. Then we have two guys in The Immortalist trying to extend life. And then we have another one on population.
Interesting.
So you see these themes sort of going, you know, through the different films, which is why you should buy a pass and see them all.
I was going to say, how do people do this?
Yeah.
34 films over 5 days.
Right.
So you talk about binge watching.
Wow, right? Yeah.
And it's not just films. We also have, you know, buskers for 20 minutes before every movie. So there's music, there's slam poetry. I hear we have a magician this year.
Wow.
So you have all that. Then you have these movies, and then we have Q&A with the filmmakers there, or via Skype, or we have panels afterwards with local experts.
Including a local expert that we know named Adam Chodak.
This guy that we know, Adam is actually a panelist on after one of the films. Can you talk about that?
He is. We have a documentary and journalism panel on Thursday, the 19th, at what we're calling the Urban Forest Cinema. So it's at the center of High Falls. So from 5 to 6 p.m. we have journalists and documentarians talking about the overlap between the two fields and the future of both.
That's a great topic. Do you find that this festival, the Greentopia, has evolved? I mean, the film component is just one part of it, but I feel like this festival's really grown over the years to really attract more and more and different kinds of people who may not have thought of themselves as being very interested in sustainability at first, right?
Absolutely, and I think this year we've done a few different things to try and engage a broader audience. If you think that our goal is like community conversation catalyst, you know, you want that conversation to be as rich and broad as possible. So we've done some programming to try and get the younger crowd in. We have some nice sort of matinee performances that have, you know, more of a family appeal. So
that's great. You're trying to get as many different kinds of people in on the conversation.
Right. We want to entertain them for an hour or two and then engage them in a conversation that hopefully rolls out through the community for months or years afterwards.
Well, talk for a second to people who've never been to Greentopia or the film festival about what they'll experience if they come and how they can get one of the passes that you talked about.
Right.
Well, all the information's on our website, which is greentopia.org/film.
Okay.
So there's information on all the films, all the trailers. There's parties. There's a kids program on Saturday at noon at the Little. But it's really festive. We really want to stir the pot of conversation. So we put together films that are not just message movies, but are also really well crafted films about different issues. And again, as Deborah had said, really get the community talking about all these different issues.
Rochester loves its festivals, and I think I've been to film festivals in the past, and the wonderful thing is, it is like Doug said, you can go and watch as many films as you'd like, and so getting that pass, right? How much is the pass for the duration of this festival?
Well, there's a $75 pass that gets you into the parties, the screenings, everything except the opening night thing at Good Luck.
Okay, good.
But we also this year have a $40 student senior educator pass that gets you into everything but the parties, which is a great value.
Great.
And then individual tickets, we also have discounts for groups, seniors, students, educators.
Excellent. All the information again on
Greentopia.org/film.
Thank
you, ladies.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.